Victoria, why didn't you knock before coming in?
Do I need an appointment to enter my own company?
What are you talking about? I was discussing the South City project with Miss Jo.
Discussing a project? Do you think I'm blind? Victoria, don't overreact. Mr. Chin is under a lot of pressure, so he came to me to vent.
Venting? You vented all the way into my husband's bed? Are you sure he was venting or just loosening his belt?
If you can't keep your man's heart, are you blaming me? Your husband came on me. Was I supposed to kick him away?
Shut up!
Who do you think you are? How dare you challenge me? I'm pregnant with his child. Victoria, you've been married for 7 years and couldn't give him a child. Stop pretending to be a strong woman.
Your child.
Are you sure it's his? Discussing work until 3 a.m.? Ellison wife just got pregnant last month. When you were checking into the hotel with him, did you know about this?
Victoria, what are you talking about?
Your good secretary. And this woman next to you? What do you mean? On the 16th of last month at 10 p.m., you checked into a hotel with Ellison. You didn't come out until 8 a.m. the next day. Alexander was on a business trip day. I have all the flight and hotel records. Do you want me to print them out and post at the company's?
What nonsense are you talking about? Secretary was just discussing work with me.
Been sleeping together behind your back for over half a year. You've been wearing a green hat all the way to the top of your head and you're still talking about the South City project? This child's same as Lou, not Chin.
Is what she said true?
Alexander, listen to me. The child is really yours. All right. Miss Jo, you tell me, how many weeks along is the child?
Can't make up any more lies? Weren't you quite the talker just now? Weren't you going to keep pouring out your grievances? Speak!
What nonsense are you talking about?
Chloe, let me tell you, if you dare touch a single hair of my husband's head again, I'll make you get out of City A.
Victoria, if you want to talk nicely. Can you stop making a scene?
Talk nicely? Every time you swipe the card, did you ever think about whose money it was? When you were fooling around outside, who was holding the fort for you at the company?
I was wrong, okay? You can hit me or scold me, but please calm down first.
I can't calm down. Since it's come to this, I'll give you 2 choices. 1, tell her to get lost, sign the papers to leave with nothing, and I'll leave you a way out. 2, you protect her. I'll take both of you and Ellison and send you all to jail. Since you chose to cheat, now you have to choose how you die.
Let me think about it.
Think about what? Do you think about it when you took off your pants? 3 seconds. 3, 2.
Victoria! You leave.
Julian, you're driving me away? Last night you were holding me and saying you would marry me.
Get out!
At the law firm, if you are 1 minute late, the agreement will be sent directly to your father's ward.
Victoria, can you give me one more chance? I was wrong.
I've given you more than enough.
Mr. Victor, these are the accounts and the draft of the share transfer handled by Ellison. Asked me to give them to you. What did she say? She said it's more useful for you to see it yourself than for her to tell you. On the draft of the share transfer. The assigner written is Chloe? Yes, she found out about Ellison a long time ago. When did she find out? Half a year ago. Half a year ago. Why didn't she tell me? She said she was waiting for you to find out yourself, but you did nothing. Why didn't she come herself? She said she has seen enough. What does it mean she has seen enough? The law firm.
And I watched a good show while I was at it.
You had someone investigate me?
Is it legal to investigate my own husband?
I was set up by her. I didn't mean it at all. She threw herself at me.
Did she hold a knife to your neck? Or did she force you? If you were forced, call the police. Starting from scratch for 7 years, the company was built with my dowry. When your dad needed a kidney transplant, I sold everything to raise the money. When the cash flow broke, I begged my parents for a loan. Which of these do you remember?
I remember all of it.
You remember, yet you transferred the shares to her name.
I didn't sign the transfer agreement. It was Ellison doing. He forged my signature.
Look closely. Do you recognize this handwriting?
This must be forged by Leo.
Arthur, you've exhausted every last ounce of my trust. You say you didn't sign it, so why haven't you checked the accounts for 3 years?
I've been prepared for a divorce for a long time. Do as you see fit.
Leo, get your ass over here right now!
Victoria, I heard you hired a lawyer? You're quite well informed. I have to know who's setting the trap behind the scenes, don't I? What do you want to do about the child? When I took the job, you didn't say this would happen. That was then. Now I'm pregnant with Arthur's child. It doesn't matter if you acknowledge it as long as he does. You came here today just for this? Triple the amount. Otherwise, I'll go see Arthur tomorrow and spill everything you arranged for me to do. You wouldn't dare. I have nothing to lose. If you don't pay, I'll let him see how his wife set him up behind his back. If he finds out, do you think the divorce will still go through? We agreed it was just an act, no sleeping together. Now you're taking it seriously? There's a saying, when you act too much, you can't tell the stage from reality. When you first came to me, you should have known that once the play starts, you don't get to decide who the main character is. You chose this path. Walk it to the end yourself.
Where is she? She doesn't want to see you, but she asked me to come on one thing. When you were with Chloe, did you ever think of the fact that you have a wife? I said it was a misunderstanding. It was just playing along, okay? A misunderstanding? A misunderstanding that led to booking a hotel room 6 times and transferring shares to her? She initiated it! I admit I messed up, okay? She initiated it, but you didn't push her away. It takes 2 to tango. Don't put all the blame on women. What about her? For the past 6 months, has she ever looked me straight in the eye? Then how are you going to pay back her 7 years? Pay back with what? How long has it been since she called me husband? When she calls me Julian, it's just like how she calls the security guard at the door! So you're looking for someone else? She forced you to do it? I didn't say she forced me, but don't pretend she's innocent either. This family fell apart a long time ago. Julian, you really have a way with words. She forced you to cheat. You always have an excuse. Fine then. Let's just say it's all her fault. You're off the hook. You tell her. The car and the house are hers. If she wants to take the company, no way. Victoria.
You came just in time. Your good secretary, Elson, embezzled $2.3 million, and it all went into Chloe account. Those two keened up to play you. Didn't you know?
You investigated Elson?
I investigated the person trying to hollow out my company. The $2.3 million Ellison embezzled went through his cousin's shell company and straight into Chloe account. And you were so touched that she got pregnant with your child. She and Ellison even wrote down the ledger for splitting the money.
When did you find this out?
Half a year before you. I wanted to wait for you to find out, but you gave him the financial signing authority and project approval rights, and even handed him the company keys one by one. If I didn't act, we'd be eaten alive and still counting money for them.
I treated him well!
You treated him well, and you treated me well too, but what's the result?
You're here.
What's wrong?
Leo confessed. The signature's fake.
The appraisal results are out.
The signature is fake, but these things came out of your drawer.
So you came to me to point fingers.
What else are you hiding from me?
Me hiding things from you? You've been sleeping with Chloe for over half a year, making up lies every day and not coming home. Have you ever been honest with me? And you come here to question me?
Where do you get the nerve?
Did you know that Leo embezzled public funds?
The 3-year project ledger is all here. The discrepancies are marked in red. I got it half a year ago.
Half a year? Have you ever loved me?
Julian, what are you pretending for? Chris told me everything about you accompanying Chloe for a prenatal checkup.
Victoria, to me, that time at the hospital—
You told me you were working tight at the company that day. Julian, how can you be so perfidious even when lying? You even have a child with her and you actually ask if I love you?
Victoria, I went with her because I was afraid she would make a scene in front of you.
You're afraid she'll make a scene, but were you ever afraid I would leave? You hid it from me for 3 months. You accompanied Chloe for her prenatal checkup. I was waiting for you at home and you were buying her a ring. I was working overtime at the company and you were taking her to a hotel. I heated the cold food over and over again. Do you know how I spent those 3 months? How did I get through it?
Victoria, I know I let you down.
Don't call my name. You don't deserve to. I've already signed it. Sign it as soon as possible. Leave with nothing.
I won't sign.
Then see you in court. When the time comes, it won't just be the property. The evidence of Leo embezzling public funds, I will hand it all in.
That time I knocked on the door was the last time. Victoria, you can't do this. That time I knocked on the door in the hotel corridor was the last time.
You were the one who didn't seize the opportunity.
I don't want a divorce.
I don't want to either.
Then why did you push me to this point?
I have no other way.
If you leave, this family will fall apart.
It fell apart a long time ago.
Where is she? At the hotel. Victoria said she doesn't want to stay in that house for another day. Ellison's investigating the people around you. The things you've been looking into, I will handle them cleanly. Do you know what Victoria is most afraid of right now? She's afraid of losing. She's wasted 7 years, has nothing left in the end. But now she has nothing left. Even her last of confidence almost gone. I won't let her lose. You should say that to her, but she doesn't believe you anymore. She doesn't even want to see me. She said, what's the point of seeing you? She's cried enough and doesn't want to cry anymore. Go back and tell her. Ellison will be sent to prison. I will deal with Chloe. She will see things on the news. You don't need to tell her yourself.
Everyone is here.
Tell me, what's going on?
Victoria, will you speak first or should I? Since you are here, you speak first. Your wife gave me $500,000 to sleep with you. She arranged it.
Is what she said true?
True. Every penny was transferred by me. Every step was arranged by me.
You're crazy!
Paying someone to sleep with your husband. I'm not crazy. I want a divorce. Asking for a divorce directly would leave me with nothing. So I made you cheat. To make you the party at fault. I just want you to bear the infamy. Get out. So I'm going to make you cheat, turn you into the at-fault party, brand you with a reputation, and drive you out of the house.
So all the arguments you had this past year, the nights you cried, the harsh words you said, was it all just an act?
Yes.
You acted for half a year?
Even I almost believed it myself.
Why? If you wanted a divorce, I could have let you go. Why did you have to do it this way?
You wouldn't have. To you, there's only ever yourselves, no one else. If I brought it up directly, you would only get more exasperated, just to make you remember for the rest of your life that it was you, Julian, who wronged me.
Did you ever love me?
I did, but you took my love for you and wore it down to what it is today. Enough! Chloe, where is the money? You conspired with Allison to swindle me out of $2 million and now you dare ask me for money? What nonsense are you talking about? $2 million was transferred to your account by cousin Ellison's company. I've got all the chat logs, bank transfer records, and hotel check-in records. I've marked down exactly how much money the two of you embezzled, every single penny. Ellison said the accounts were balanced. Did you think you were the only who kept a backup plan? Setting a trap wasn't honorable of me. But you conspired with Ellison to swallow my company, forged share transfers, and faked a pregnancy to extort money. Who's dirtier between us?
I've admitted everything. Chloe is in jail. You win.
Sign it.
7 years. Even if I've made so many mistakes, don't you care about our past feelings at all?
What have you given me in these 7 years? $3 million in debt, 6 hotel stays, a mistress faking pregnancy, and a backstabbing secretary. Which one do you want me to care about?
Don't you have even a little bit of...
Reluctance to let go?
Fine. I'll sign it.
Leo will handle the paperwork. You can go.
Victoria. Victoria. Will you still remember me?
I will.
I remember you taught me one thing. A woman's soft heart is just handing a knife others.
But today I'm taking that knife back. Leo, notify finance. The company accounts will only recognize my signature from now on. Let's end all of this right here.